100% realistic in scale, scanned from real life. Everything about them is real. And that allows us to focus more on the nature of threat identification and things of that sort.
Also the way that your friendlies move with you, the thing that you got to see, the townhouse asset.
Yeah.
Those were real. I mean, they're retired now.
Intense,
they're Navy SEALs. They're doing their thing. That's all muscle memory, and we recorded and captured that. And that gives you only can get that type of performance when you actually have a realistic environment for them to do it in. Otherwise it would look ridiculous. And, when you put it all together, it just, man, it really.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, the levels you showed us, which again, people haven't seen yet, but they're really gripping. And I mean, it's something that you said. Modern Warfare, I think, has always been known for the intensity of the experience, right? And it's like, yes, there've been big spectacle to some of those experiences in Modern Warfare, but it's definitely extremely intense. And for those of us like me that love Call of Duty campaigns, we missed it last year, so it's just great to have that sort of Call of Duty campaign back and reimagined. And I know that's not all. I mean, obviously we can expect MP as well, right? Not saying much about it, but we'll expect that, right?
God, we wish I'm dying to talk about.
Yeah. So we're gonna what's interesting about the game this year, and we've set out to do this since day one. Is it's one game.
Okay.
It's one consistent universe for the entirety of the game. It's not a bunch of modes you play. You are playing Modern Warfare. So
no zombies in Modern Warfare?
No zombies, because the zombies wouldn't fit into a world that we live in today.
But there's Spec Ops.
Speak for yourself.
I mean,
I think I saw some outside.
But yeah, the point is whether or not you're playing in co-op or multiplayer or single player, you're playing in the same world. The rules are all the same.
Okay.
The mechanics were. You said it the other day. And you were saying that one piece of equipment works the same across all the modes. One weapon works the same. You start to really learn that. How much does it take to hit an AI, or what do I do with this, or how can I use this tactically?
Yeah, and as much as we believe this campaign is going to do for people what the first Modern Warfare did for me and Jake when we played it the first time, co-op is going to be the same thing.
Okay.
So in the previous Modern Warfare games, there was a mode called Spec Ops.
Yep.
And we are going to have Spec Ops in the new Modern Warfare.
I see. Okay, so you have,
but like Spec Ops like you've never seen
to the 11th hour. To the 11th.
It's next level.
Crank the knob off, break it, and then throw it away.
But I saw the intensity of some of those Spec Ops missions back in the day were, I mean, incredible.
It's good stuff.
But now with that fidelity, the new engine, all that.
It can have a narrative this time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more exciting.
Okay. Do you think an even narrative in the co-op to some degree? Or
the narrative, it goes across all the modes. It's one universe. We have the saying at the studio, consistency and continuity in all modes. So the story continues in all modes.
Interesting. Wow. Well, it's such an ambitious idea of sort of, going back to Modern Warfare, dropping the numbers, rebooting it. But again, like the team that you guys have put together, I think, to do this. And again, based on the asset, I know people have only seen 90 seconds of it, but we got to go to the studio a couple weeks ago and look through it, and I got to say, it's really, it's intense, it's gripping, and that level of intensity across a full campaign. Then when you add in Spec Ops and MP, there's a lot there.
Yeah, and just to say it, the things that you saw were some of the more intense moments, but there's character development, there's heart, right? What it really comes down to is it's how squad mates stay united and overcome adversity together, and the bonds that we build together, like the bonds that we've all built making this game. It's the same. It should be about what are you fighting for? You're fighting for the guy next to you. You're fighting to make the world a safer place.
The old "no one fights alone" that we were always driving through all the Call of Duties. I mean, it's I would say never. It's so much more visceral. I actually really care about these characters. I'm with this even more. I mean, not that we did before, but. It's at a higher level this time.
And
really,
you're coming at from sort of two perspectives. So narratively, are you is it interlocking kind of narratives where you switch back and forth? How do you sort of structure that as a campaign?
Well, one of the things that we liked about the first Modern Warfare is how it sort of went kind of back and forth with these two viewpoints, and we're doing a similar thing. We really liked that. We wanted to retain that. But instead of, in the first Modern Warfare game, going between kind of a SAS perspective and a Marine perspective, now we're going with an SAS Tier 1 perspective and this rebel militia freedom fighter perspective, which we think, again, to not tell that story of the war, would be to not
No,
do
coming from both,
justice to
and that's
have-
why I think it gives you that, so again, another level of intensity.
And then they all
or
come
when they
together,
meet,
and they're
exactly.
all one
Yeah, yeah.
team.
Yeah, and the idea of playing from different perspectives, not only from a gameplay perspective, but also from a story perspective,
Yeah.
what it does is it gives us the opportunity to see war from
Right.
more ways, more tactics, more gameplay opportunities. When we started making the game, you know, like Z is old school Call of Duty director back at the studio. We said to ourselves, no greatest hits. We want to do something where everything feels new.
Right.
We want to make you feel like when you were playing Modern Warfare for the first time.
Yeah.
So playing as those two different perspectives gives us the opportunity to give you new experiences that you've never seen before, and across all modes, like you were saying, tie the story into everything, because story context gives you more meaning when you're playing other modes, like MP, like Spec Ops.
Yeah, well, I got to say, it's intense, and I know there'll be more here at E3. We're going to see you guys on Tuesday for a panel, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All you
Forward
guys
to
and
it.
me together again, and that'll be streamed on YouTube. So hopefully, we had a call last week. It sounds like we may have some hints of things to come at that panel, so
Oh, yeah.
definitely want to tune in.
Finally, we get to.
Exactly. So definitely tune in for the Call of Duty Modern Warfare panel that will be streaming live right here on YouTube on Tuesday. I think it's at 3 o'clock Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. So we'll see you guys then. Thanks for coming down on a Sunday to hang out with us. Really appreciate it, guys. And
See
we're
you
looking forward to
Tuesday,
seeing more. Yes, Tuesday for the panel. All right, let's head on out to the patio to chat with Megan to see what you guys are saying on the internets about all things E3 so far. Megan?
Oh my God.
Well, kid.
Guys, they're having such a good time. Look at, got our badges, E3 2019. This is the glasses crew. Everyone has glasses on. I wonder if I can join them. I have purple glasses. Just touched down in LA, here I come. Welcome. Looking for the Bethesda E3 press conference. Wow, look at this businessman. He posed for a picture and he's making a business call. He just sealed the deal. He made it happen, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm in this one. I'm in 2 places at once. How did this happen? Just finished watching the Xbox conference, and it's safe to say that we've never been more delighted than we are for that announcement about Lego Forza DLC. We're loving Strawberry 17 and Jeff Keighley. Oh, you guys are the best. All right, Jeff, we're loved out here. We're doing a good job. Go on, Jeff. Just take the show. I'm going to keep looking at his picture.
All right. Works for me. Thanks so much, Megan. Everyone is talking all over the internet about everything going on today. Now, we're not quite in the end game yet, but we've got another look at the furthering adventures of Samuel L. Jackson as Shaft and the one and only TSM Myth hanging out. Check this out.
Remember what I taught you, Beth. Be cool.
Oh my God, Myth, I'm such a fan.
Dude, you're hilarious.
It's him.
Mr. Still Your Kill.
I love you.
You are such a badass.
What the hell?
Oh my God, thank you guys so much. I appreciate your love and support. Thank you.
How you know all these motherfuckers?
They actually know me from watching my streams, so I guess you could say it's my duty to get that looty.
No. The line is, it's my duty to please that booty. Kids these days.
Myth and Shaft, only on YouTube Live at E3. All right, now we've got a first look demo at the all-new survival action shooter, Remnant from the Ashes. And here to get post-apocalyptic is president and co-founder of Gunfire Games, David Adams. David, great to have you with us here. We saw this game, I think, for the first time around Gamescom last year. I'm like, oh, this looks really, really cool and different from Gunfire and Perfect World. Tell us a bit about this game. You guys obviously have done some amazing stuff with Darksiders, personal favorite of mine. Remnant, what kind of game is it? How is it new? What's different?
Yeah, so Remnant, like you said, it's an action shooter survival game.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things about the game we wanted to emphasize was the co-op elements. Like, we wanted to make a really cool co-op experience that you could play over and over and over again with your friends. And I think one of the things we're really proud of is the fact that the whole game is randomly generated. So not just the maps and the enemies, but the entire campaign, the worlds, the quests. So you could play the game and come to work and be like, dude, you fight that cool dragon? I'll be like, I didn't see a dragon, I fought a giant tree ant. Or
how do you design a campaign that's totally randomized, though?
It's definitely a challenge. It's taken a long time to figure out. There's a few touch points that always occur because we're trying to tell a story, but all the intermediate elements change up. Like the bosses, you might encounter different NPCs. You're going to have different side quests and all kinds of different stuff.
So the story is somewhat, I mean, it's still a linear story. It's just sort of how you get between points A and B?
It's not completely linear. Like,
really?
Yeah, you can branch out and do side quests and stuff like that, yeah. But there is a story. It starts on Earth in an apocalyptic setting like 1960s, but you go to all kinds of crazy fantasy worlds. Like you can see in this video, this is a world called Yesha, which is inhabited by these weird sort of fawn-type creatures, but you go to a wide variety of different fantasy locales through the course of the game.
Okay. Now, it feels Soulsborne in a way, if that's the term, but it's seems like it's going to be obviously, pretty intense battles here, right, as well?
Yeah, we wanted there to be, we didn't want it to be a run and gun game where you're just shooting guys right and left. Like, you definitely have to pay attention and learn enemy behaviors and patterns, and you will die a lot. The game is meant to be difficult, and that's a big part of bringing friends with you so you can help overcome some of the challenges.
Co-op throughout the game, right?
You can play the entire game co-op, drop in whenever. Absolutely.
Wow. Now, you guys, obviously have done some amazing stuff with Darksiders, and people love the sort of high action of this. As you said, a little more strategy to this, certainly, and that randomization of the environment. I mean, I love that even the maps are totally randomized, so it's everyone gets kind of a different experience. But then I imagine the replayability is up there, because then you're going to want to co-op with your friends.
Yeah,
because every adventure is going to be different, right?
Yeah, we want to encourage people to play the game over and over again. I want to jump into your world because you have different stuff in your world that I don't have.
Yeah.
And the other cool thing is all the items are tied to the bosses, mini bosses, quests, and events. So if I get a boss or an event that you've never seen before, I will have all unique gear. I'll have different armor, I'll have different weapons. So there's a lot of incentive to keep replaying to try to get those different events and bosses and play into the randomized nature of the game.
Wow. Yeah. No. It's amazing to see that you have so much opportunity, I think, for people to have a different experience every time. Tell us a bit about the character you're playing, and then co-op. Who do you play as?
So you sort of play, you come from this primitive tribe on Earth because the world's been kind of over for like 80 years.
Okay.
Invaded by these weird plant creatures. And you're sent on a pretty high-level quest, like, hey, find out what happened, try to save the world. Kind of a generic, but it's a very it's kind of like an Odyssey-type story where you're going along and you're discovering all these crazy things because you leave Earth, you go to fantasy worlds. Because this is actually one of the crazy boss fights you can counter. Bosses are a pretty big part of the game, but it's really about the journey along the way and all the interesting stuff you discover and experience as you play the game.
Wow. Well, it's just like the fact that, so, I mean, like this boss you may never see?
Yeah, you could play the game and never get this boss, absolutely. There's a bunch, that's pretty crazy. There's tons of bosses that you probably won't even see. You'll have to play it over and over again, and you can unlock an adventure mode, so you could just go, hey, I just want to play on Yesha, and it'll generate a world for you in this biome, and you could try to go through there and
so is there a narrative to it, like a beginning, middle, and end to the story?
Yeah, there's a main campaign you can play through, but we're really trying to set up so that you can go in and just play adventure mode and try out all the different randomized worlds. Yeah. And we plan to continually add to it after launch, like new quests, new events, new bosses.
Yeah.
This is an example of a world boss, which is one of our more challenging bosses. And you'll get a cool boss weapon from this guy. You get a bunch of cool, unique items for every boss.
I gotta say, like, I mean, it looks, it looks fast and fun, and I love that you're doing something that's like going to be, very replayable at this level of sort of production quality. Is pretty incredible, and working with Perfect World, it's cool, and it feels like it's progressive for you guys to have a game structured like this. So where are you at in development on?
The game comes out August 20th, so we're on the final stretch. Yeah.
My God, all right.
So we're working really hard to finish it up, but it's already pretty far along, as you can see. It's playable at E3. There's a couple different places you can play it. This particular map at E3, but
wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's amazing coming in August, and we'll get to check more of it, and awesome to see that you guys are building new IPs like this as well, and we're all for whatever else comes from you guys. So
cool. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks very much, David. Great to see you. Have a great
Absolutely.
E3. All right, we're going to head on back to the couch here because we've got much more on YouTube Live at E3 as we count down to the Bethesda press conference. It'll be happening live at 5:30 p.m. Pacific in less than an hour from now. But next, we're going to talk about Minecraft Dungeons. Then Lindsay Sterling is going to be joining us with a world premiere sneak peek at her new single. And then we'll get to see what Bethesda has in store at the bottom of the hour here. Oh, yeah, we're about a half hour away from the Bethesda E3 press conference down at the Shrine. But right now, Minecraft fans can get excited because we have Mojang's Minecraft Dungeons Game Director Specialist, Mans Olsen, executive producer David Nishagen here with us with a first look at the gameplay. Guys, great to have you with us. We saw this near the top of the Xbox press conference today. So
thank you.
Minecraft is expanding in new and different ways. Minecraft Dungeons coming spring of next year. Look at this. It's all the talking points right here. All I need. 4-player, local, and online co-op.
You're missing a few, though.
Okay, well, yes, tell us more. We want to talk about the game and the gameplay.
Yeah,
So what can you tell us? Yeah.
Sure. So it's an action-adventure game,
Yeah.
obviously. It's built by Mojang in Stockholm, original developers of Minecraft, right?
Yeah.
It's based on co-op, right? So it's online co-op and local co-op as well. And it's coming to PC, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PlayStation 4.
Wow.
So that's quite a cool lineup.
It's no, and again, like, you know, people love the Minecraft world, but I think that, you know, even when there was Minecraft story mode, there were different things. People want more adventures, and I got to say, like, the look and feel of this, the lighting and everything, it just seems like there's just so much to it. So tell us, for Minecraft fans, obviously the fiction is the same, but tell us about, I mean, the gameplay and the building. I mean, how is this different as an experience, as a sort of as a dungeon game?
Right. So we're wanting to make sure that we're building a game that's inspired by other games that we like in the dungeon crawler genre, but that's very true to Minecraft and to what Minecraft is. So our sense of humor, and you don't customize your character. Sorry, you don't pick a character class.
Okay.
You customize your character by the artifacts and the weapons and the armor that you choose.
Yeah.
And then you enchant those to find interesting combinations. So that's how you build your character.
Interesting. Okay. In terms of replayability of this as you go through it, I mean, you know, Minecraft is a constantly evolving world. So how are you thinking of this world kind of evolving over time?
So we have a bunch of different levels, or biomes, as we call them in Minecraft language, right? And all of these levels are procedurally generated. So every time you can play the same level, and it'll play and feel different. New mobs, new treasures to discover, new puzzles, etc.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of replayability here. And we have a range of difficulty levels. You know, surprise, if you ramp up the difficulty, you get new and exciting items that you can equip and combine.
Wow. Now, is there any kind of link to the existing Minecraft game or universe, or you keep it separate? I mean, obviously, fictionally it's the same, but you guys keep them sort of somewhat separate?
Yeah, there is no distinct link between the two, right? But we do share the same look, the same feel. When you see something here in Dungeons, you should be able to understand just how it works, just by looking at it.
Wow.
And that also includes things like the armor you equip, etc. You should be able to understand it just by looking at it. The armors are, as an example, the closest thing we have to a character class. So if you have a heavy armor, you become a tank. If you have a light armor, you become, you know, fast and good at ranged combat.
Yeah.
And you can switch those out anytime as you play. So you can pretty much create your class as you want it. If you run into problems, you can just re-customize on the fly. That's also like, from Minecraft, you are what you wear, so to speak.
Well, that's, you know, out of all the types of genres of games that you guys could make with Minecraft, why was Dungeons, why did that feel like the right fit for you guys to go in that direction?
So this is, first of all, it's a type of game that we're passionate about as a team.
That helps.
I think it's fun, for sure. And then we really wanted to focus on the combat aspect of Minecraft. So we're looking for ways to expand the Minecraft universe and for ways to build a new experience for Minecraft players.
Yeah.
And the combat aspect of Minecraft seemed like a good fit for us.
Well, it looks amazing, and again, like I look at the look and feel, and you know, if you're a fan of like a Torchlight or Diablo, like those style of games, it feels like it's very much going to be kind of inspired by that. Even if you don't play Minecraft or did back in the day, I think this is going to bring a lot of people back to the Minecraft world because it looks like it's going to be fast, frenetic, and fun.
Exactly, and it's also like, since we have the couch co-op thing, you can literally sit down and play, and your friend can just come in, pick up another controller, and you go.
Looks amazing.
That's good fun.
All right, well, Minecraft Dungeons coming spring of next year, right?
Spring 20.
All right, well, it's so cool that you know, Mojang is doing this directly, and you guys are you know, building it as a true passion project. So
that's true.
Thank you very much.
Have fun back in Sweden, but you got a good E3 week ahead of you, hopefully.
Oh yeah,
right? And is it playable over there, the Xbox area?
Not in the Xbox area.
Oh, yeah, okay. Give it time. All right.
Give it time.
All right.
Spring is a long time away.
I know. All right. I'm sure you guys will be working hard all summer and fall. All right. Thanks very much, guys. Really appreciate it. All right. Well, now with a soothing serenade is our friend, the lovely Lindsay Sterling. And Lindsay's stopping by because she's got, I hear we have a little sneak preview coming up a little bit later in this interview, Linz. How's everything going?
Everything's great. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for coming by E3.
Yes, it's good to be back here.
I know, exciting times. You've done a little E3 over the years, and video game music for you, I know, has been a source of inspiration. I mean, I remember, you know, the early days of YouTube, watching some of your amazing covers of video game music over the years. When you were growing up, I mean, how did game music affect you? I mean, did it inspire you? Is it stuff that you would just play on your own?
Yes, I mean, I played the violin since I was 6 years old, and I've, started playing video games around that same time, and I was a big, like, Mario fan, so the theme, da 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 da. I remember playing that on my violin as like a little kid as soon as I started to learn to play by ear.
Yeah.
But the thing I love so much about game music and the way it's affected me as like an artist is I love that it's very much like storytelling. Like these songs are epic and they are these anthemic themes, and so for a violinist, it's like a palette of candy to get to like play with that and make my own arrangements of it, and I love it.
And there's so much of it. That's, you said, like, I love that games, the soundtracks, you said there's so much to pull from, and there's so much emotion from all those moments. When you started doing stuff on YouTube, I remember some of the early ones you were doing with these classic video games. It seemed like the audience really responded to sort of your interpretations of these game themes, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, also I love the cosplay of it.
Yeah.
So I'd get to feed the costume side of myself as I got to like put on, little ears and be Link from Zelda and bounce around the woods with a violin. It was just such a fun way. I guess that was really one of the big things that the world first saw from me. Was, welcome world, here's Lindsay Sterling.
Zelda, and exactly. I mean, when you were doing Skyrim, exactly. That was like classic Lindsay Sterling, which is like, stands the test of time. But what I love is that, your career has continued to evolve, and even though you love games and love doing those, you've done such amazing original music videos. And I got a sneak peek of the one we're going to show here, which just like blows me away. And the ones you were doing last year, like, they're just so epic now. I mean, it's like you're on glaciers, or you're just like all over the place, which is amazing. So, I mean, that gaming stuff is still like part of your DNA, but it feels like for you, I mean, original composition and original music, that's a big part of what you're doing now, right?
Absolutely. And for me, it's partly, it's so much fun to tell other people's stories and to like interpret it in my own way, but taking that same inspiration and being like, well, what story does Lindsay Sterling want to tell? And, I'm super excited. I have an album coming out later this fall to be announced soon.
Yes, okay.
But, heard it here first. Album coming soon.
Awesome.
And it is very, very story-based. Like, as I wrote the entire album, it's all themed around like a concept and a story, and like characters were a part of it in my mind. And I think all of that stems from, this coming up with video game culture.
That's so cool. Well, you said, and it's nice to hear you talk about that, because so many artists now, it's like we're in such a single-driven culture in music where people don't even think about, the concept album, right? It's like once in a while we'll get those, but I love that, I mean, you're talking about this is a complete thought, this album, with sort of like a beginning, middle, end to it.
Absolutely. Wow. And that made it a lot of fun to write, because it wasn't just like, what sound do I want to make on this song? It was like, no, this is kind of a missing gap in the story, or this is the emotion that hasn't been present yet for, these themes in my mind, and these like characters that I've kind of, started to develop.
That's so fascinating to me to hear you talk about that, because I wonder, did you have the arc of the story that you wanted to tell, and then you kind of wrote the music to fill that, or did the music sort of almost inspire like what you wanted to tell? Like,
that's such a good question. And the fun thing was it was both. I had like a beginning, an end, and kind of a middle of the story, and then as I wrote the album, like the music inspired extra elements of what I wanted to share. So they kind of fed each other, and it's been a really fun process to see how every style, like, because I like art, everything, like I said, from costuming to live shows to the music to the stories that I like to tell, and it's interesting how every part of that is all happening at the same time for me, and it's really feeding the whole project from every angle.
So track 3 has to be track 3, it can't be track 10, right? It's all like ordered in the right way.
Yeah, for sure.
Part of the experience. Now, how does this all link into YouTube? Because you have an amazing YouTube channel. I mean, people, it's been such a part of your story too. So you have the album, but do you think of it as like, as Beyonce has the visual album, or it's like, is it like, how do you think of like the videos that go alongside this? Is there going to be a mini movie, or how do you think of that, of like the video component?
The video component for me, and this project in particular, is the video is they're all gonna be little mini vignettes. So it's not like it tells like a, A, B, C, D, like linear story, but it's very thematic. It's very, the themes are gonna be represented through the different music videos, until I think once you've seen all of it, it does end up telling kind of a cohesive emotion.
Now we gotta get the Lindsay video game, right? Because it's like, it's so epic, right? It's
That's
like,
right.
build it in Fortnite or something, right? It's
let's do it.
Well, so we talk about this, and what's cool is you got a little bit of a teaser. I'm even more interested now about how this puzzle piece fits into the bigger puzzle of the album.
Right.
But It sounds like you've got a new single coming very soon, right?
Yes. So in, gosh, less than 2 weeks, I can't believe it, on the 21st of
Yes.
June, we're dropping the single and the music video. It's the first original music I've released in a long time.
Wow.
And it's the first single from a new album. So.
And tell us, all right, so let's just take a look at it. This is a sneak preview of the music video and the song, world premiere from Lindsay. Very short little tease.
Yes, short, sorry.
But check it out. Here's a little look at what Lindsay's working on next. On YouTube?
Yeah,
yes, I was
it's
gonna
Sophie
say.
Dossi.
Yeah, Sophie. All right, sorry. I was just asking. Yeah, I was because I know she was at Creator Summit with you, and I was like,
Yes.
oh, she's so fascinating. So that's like, yeah.
She's fascinating to watch. It was so fun to do this music video with her and with several other performers as well.
Okay.
And as you see, my very specific look in the music video.
I love it.
And
It's
that's
just like
one of the kind of characters that the whole project is themed around.
Okay.
So it's kind of been fun to, like I said, design characters and design a world.
And does this character appear in multiple sort of points throughout the album, or how many characters do we get?
She does.
It's
You'll just have
I'm just
to wait and
digging
see.
for
You're
like more
digging too
information. I was
deep.
going to And can you tell us the name of the track?
The track is called Underground.
Underground. Okay,
Yeah.
so Underground will be coming out in a couple of weeks, and that
Yeah.
ties into this larger story.
Yes.
Is this part of the beginning, middle, or the end?
This is the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the first track on the
first track.
album.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
On the track listing, it's the first one,
Okay.
which felt appropriate to start the beginning of the story.
Oh, I think it's so cool that you've been so progressive in kind of using music and YouTube and videos come together, and the fact that this album is like all original from you, but is really such a creative exploit on so many different levels. I think it's like fascinating to see how it's all going to piece together.
I'm excited about it. It's been really flexing my creative muscles to do this in a way I've never done before, and I'm pretty happy with how it's all coming together.
It sounds amazing. When I saw the video, I'm like, wow, it's like such a cool look and like all the visuals and the lights and everything, and I can't wait to see the full thing. So full video in 2 weeks.
Yes, June 21st.
June 21st. All right, we'll check it out. Linz, great to see you, and
to see you too.
hopefully we'll hear some Lindsay music and video games soon as well.
Yes, that would be awesome.
We'll make that happen. It's people at E3 that can probably help with that. All right, thanks, Linz. Appreciate it. All right, our next operation is going to another Tom Clancy fan favorite, Rainbow Six Siege, and joining us to talk about the Operation Phantom Sight is brand director of Rainbow Six Siege, Alexandre Remy. Alex, great to see you, man. How's everything?
Hi, Jeff. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you here. I mean, I got to say, Rainbow Six Siege, I remember hosting the launch event for that. It was like, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 years ago. And the life of this game, it's everyone in the industry talks about how this game came out and it did fine, but it's like you guys have just continued to build the community and the excitement. I know you got a big tournament happening here this week at E3. And so much new content coming out for it constantly, which I think is just phenomenal. So tell us about what's new for Rainbow Six this year at E3.
It's pretty new that we're launching next week Operation Phantom Sight, which is actually the update number 13 of the game. Wow. So every quarter we're releasing new content, an operation that composed of 2 operators or 2 playable characters, usually a map and a bunch of features, and that's the 13th time now that we're doing it.
Wow. No, it's so cool that you guys continue to do things. So now I know the second season of Year 4 includes 2 new operators for players to choose from. Tell us about those operators.
Yeah, indeed. We have, with Phantom Sight, we introduced Nock and Warden, so 2 new characters. Nock is an attacker. She is equipped with a silent step. She sort of is the infiltrator of the gang. It's very potent and powerful because she also is completely invisible to cameras of the defense. Yes. So that's a pretty interesting tool to get when you're attacking. And Warden, on the opposite, is more of an anchor, right? A character that slows down the attacks when they're trying to get on the objective. So he comes with a watch, a special watch that allows him to see through smokes.
Oh, there's a special watch.
That's
right
him. Yeah.
On cue.
Like our Tom Selleck meets James Bond character.
No, and I love, again, it's like the character and fiction that you're kind of bringing into this, multiplayer universe that everyone has so much fun with. And also new features, reverse friendly fire.
Indeed. But I mean, let's talk a bit about toxicity if you want, because that's exactly where it comes in.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. I mean, every big online game has, with the big community, problems of toxicity, whether it's exploit, cheating, etc. And in Rainbow Six being a shooter, the problem is we have friendly fire, meaning if we are in the same team, you and I, you can actually shoot me and I'll get damage, right? So that can lead to obviously some behaviors that we rather avoid. So that's why we introduced in the last update a reverse friendly fire, meaning if you do shoot at someone after a certain threshold, damage is going to actually get reverted to you. So you take the damage, you do not kill anymore your teammate, and the game can go on like this.
So that's interesting. Is that going to be something you're just going to introduce into the entire game moving forward?
Yeah, we did what we call test servers, which is before this feature, or actually any feature in the game gets into the live, so for any player to access to it, we actually do test servers, which is with a small number of people trying new features, trying new operators or a map, and see if everything goes well, if that needs a little bit of tweak or balancing, which is what we did for reverse friendly fire.
Wow. All right. So that's going live with this update?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, as you guys think of this game moving forward, I'd love to just even get your thoughts, because you guys are kind of leaders, I think, in this in terms of building the community and new content. What do you see as what's working for the game? I mean, is it this constant cadence of sort of, you know, new updates and new characters?
About a year and a half ago, we talked about the road to 100 operators.
Wow.
The game currently have 46.
So you got a long way to go.
Not even yet halfway through it. And the idea is, like, think of Rainbow Six Siege as an FPS meets chess. And every new piece, every new operator is a new piece of chess that we bring to the chessboard, right? So that brings new gameplay, new possibilities and combination, right? Which is all what gaming is all about, right? Giving more choices to each and every one of the players to express themselves in the game. So that's what we're planning on doing. So 50 more operators, obviously.
E3 2035, you'll be like, we're number 97, we're almost there.
But it's going to be fun. And for us, it's always been extremely important not to segregate community, which is the issue that you have if you do have, for instance, maps that are on map packs that you sell on DLC, or even doing a sequel for that matter. So keeping the community as a whole, making sure that every player can actually play as long as possible that game is clearly the ambition there.
Awesome. Well, it looks cool. That I love, again, what you guys have done with this game, how you continue to build the community. I know this week we'll hear more. I know the Ubisoft press conference is tomorrow, so there will be more Rainbow Six news tomorrow?
Absolutely, of course.
Okay. Of course. It's like
reveal everything.
Every event, there's always got to be something new. Well, congratulations on what you guys have done with sort of pioneering a new model for this game. It's really cool. So awesome. It's great to see you. Good luck with the press conference tomorrow. All right, we're going to head on back now to main base, because the one and only final Bossman is here. What's up, Bossman?
Hey.
Good to see you, Bossman.
Absolutely. Happy E3.
Happy E3, Bossman. It's great to see you. You know, we always have to have Bossman on the show. We're counting down to Bethesda. Oh, wow, we're like 13 minutes out.
Okay.
From Bethesda Bossman. And our friend Kyle Bossman from Easy Allies, there's the plug,
Thank you.
has all the answers on what the next-gen consoles will look like. We heard about Project Scarlet this morning.
Yeah.
But we didn't see it. Well, Kyle Bossman,
I know what it looks like.
You have some inside scoops?
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously it's been an E3 full of leaks.
Yes.
Right, that's a disappointment. But I have the best leaks, Keely.
Really?
Yes. Okay, but I want to start with talking about the Switch.
Okay.
You know, Wall Street Journal earlier this year, they said that
Switch is coming.
Yeah, 2 revisions of the Switch.
Yeah.
One that's like a little more affordable, a little cheaper, and then one that's like enhanced for core gamers.
Yes.
Well, I have some CG renders of what these 2 Switches are going to look like.
You're doing the CG renders?
Yeah, yeah. I worked really hard on this. Here we go.
This is impressive. All right, I'm looking forward to this. All right, what do we got here?
So this is the cheaper, more affordable one.
Yes.
What you see here is a new feature they have called Fluffy Plop.
Okay.
Apparently, like some mashed potatoes will drip out of the console. Just a quirky little feature. This one's.
This is not CG, Bossman.
Yes. Jeff, this is hard CG.
Hard CG on an Apple Pencil.
Okay, okay. You're not happy with my Switches? It's fine, because I have PlayStation 5 scoops. Ready for these?
We don't even know it's called the PlayStation 5. It's just next generation PlayStation.
You know it's called the PlayStation 5,
You think
Keely.
so?
You and I know, yes. Because in April, back in April, Mark Cerny, lead architect, right? He was talking to Wired. He told them all about it, you know, backwards compatible with PS4, super fast load times. Well, I got the scoops, Keely.
Okay.
I have a photograph from the PlayStation factory.
I don't think we can show that, can we?
Yes, here it is.
Oh, okay.
This is what the PS5 looks like.
Uh-huh.
Don't Sony engineers know how to make sexy hardware?
Yes, they do. It's got hands now?
So the hands, yeah, those are for shoving the other consoles off of the shelf.
Okay.
And this right here, this is like a little ceramic poop. Apparently it's kind of like a power play.
Okay.
They know we're going to buy it anyway, and so they kind of just like get off of that kind of thing.
Uh-huh. The lips on it or something? Or
That's for the sexiness, yeah, to make it sexy hardware.
I see. All right. Looks great, Bossman. Yeah, this is completely accurate, I'm sure.
Yeah. I hear it's shipping now. You know, they're making those now.
I'm sure there's a leak from the factory. Oh, what factory is this at?
The PlayStation factory.
Okay, wow, yeah, exactly. Fantastic, Bossman. Well, Bossman, thank you so much.
No, I'm not done yet. I got one more huge scoop for you.
This is probably the Scarlet, right?
It's the Scarlet, yeah. So yeah, obviously they talked about a ton today, right? Yes. But Xbox insiders know Scarlet's actually 2 projects.
Right.
Codename Anaconda.
Yes.
Codename Lockhart. I'm sure you've heard of these things.
Yes.
Well, guess who got them? I found these 2 things in the back seat of Phil Spencer's convertible this morning.
Really?
And right here, live on live. Yes, I'm going to bring them out right here. Here they are.
Wear your white gloves like Major Nelson. Mm-hmm. Where are they coming? Are they coming from the ceiling? Where are they coming from?
Well, okay, they're right here. So look at the look at the Anaconda here, Jeff. Yes. This thing looks like it could eat monsters that eat monsters for breakfast.
Does he have like? Is it like a little yogurt he has or something?
Oh, that's the Lockhart. The rumors are true. Lockhart is just a tipped over yogurt.
Oh, I see. But this is the Anaconda. Mm-hmm. I do think the controller into the tongue. This is beautiful.
It's exciting stuff, right?
You worked really hard on this, boss.
No, this is all real. I didn't work on any of this.
I mean, it's amazing. And was that the Anaconda has it's like a smokestack?
This is exhaust. Yeah, that's exhaust coming out of it. I got one more leak for you.
There are no consoles left. Do you have a Stadia?
I got the launch titles for these things, Jeff.
For all the systems?
Just for the Xboxes. When the next Xbox
well, we know it's Halo Infinite, right?
Yeah, so it's going to be a launch title that comes in 2 versions.
Okay.
Halo Infinite Good and Halo Infinite Bad.
And what's the difference between the 2?
Halo Infinite Good is good, and then Halo Infinite Bad is on the bad one.
I see. It's same game, same experience. It just happens to be bad. Lower frame rate.
A little worse experience, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it probably gets a little hard with the yogurt and the game and all that.
I'm sorry.
Together.
I'm sorry, Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just learned I'm fired from the show. I got a lifetime ban from YouTube forever.
Probably the case, Kyle. I mean, this is it's a little disappointing, honestly, that people are here showing us, games they've worked years and years on with incredible graphics and incredible production value.
The king of scoops. I wanted to bring you scoops.
I appreciate Boston, but honestly, I'm a little disappointed.
I'll get it next year. Next year, I'll get it right. I promise you, I'll have the scoops of scoops.
There's not. I mean, all the consoles will be out. We'll see them by next year. It's going to be over. What are you going to do, Boston?
Guess I'm buying Halo Infinite Bad.
I think you're going right back to Easy Allies.
I think you're right.
Good luck with that Patreon.
Thank
you. Don't need it. All right, Kyle Boston, great to see you.
Thanks, Jeff.
I'm sorry, folks. We're running a little short. We needed something. It's all right. All right, we're in the 10-minute countdown now for Bethesda. We're getting back to some real video game news. Megan, I'm sure the internet is commenting on that segment. We'll kind of brush that over. Let's get rid of those tweets and let's move on to the stuff people really want to know about. What are they saying, Megan? Are they predicting Bethesda?
They're excited about the free drinks.
For after party, free drinks.
There are free drinks. Also, Tim is setting a good example. He couldn't resist. He's taking photos with the photo that says no photos or social media, and he posted it on social media. Get what you did. Whole lot of 2020 announcements at E3 2019. So I am counting on Bethesda to bring that doom. So am I. Captain Flash, the first one's in line for the Bethesda showcase. Look, everyone's having such a good time. Bethesda really knows how to put on a good show. My hopes for Bethesda, BE3, Fallout 3 on the Switch, Oblivion Remastered, and another quick Starfield teaser at least. Dang, Fallout on the Switch would be amazing. I'm so excited for Bethesda's E3 conference. I have everything crossed for the Evil Within 3 announcement. I can't express how much I love this game. Seb, I'm hoping for you too. Jeff, back to you.
All right, back to me as we count down to all things Bethesda. And we are in the end game now, folks. Joining me to get you completely caught up on everything from Bethesda is the editor-in-chief of Kotaku, Stephen Totillo, YouTube gamer and vlogger, Boogie2988, and All Elite Wrestling's Kenny Omega. All right,
Hello,
this is an eclectic panel, but I love it with all the inside scoops on all things Bethesda. What's the shirt we got on here, Dylan?
The Kotaku shirt.
Oh, I didn't know there was a Kotaku shirt.
Yeah.
Are you doing a game now?
No, not a game, just a website.
Is this you battling to get into the Bethesda press conference?
I'm not a warrior woman, Jeff.
Okay.
But
Well, I'm glad you got shirts. You got the merch now.
and there's no access for us to the Bethesda press conference. We're not battling.
There's a
our way
standby line I heard you
Yeah.
could stand in.
I will.
Anyways, all right, moving on to all things Bethesda. So let's start with you, Boogie. I think you were with us last year when we were talking Bethesda.
Oh,
What are you hoping for? Because wasn't last year you had like an inside guy at Bethesda that was giving you some
It was a little bit, right? Like talking about a little bit about like Fallout and.
Do you have that inside source still?
Not this year. Nope.
He's gone? They
I've
cut him
been
out?
fairly critical of Fallout 76 at its launch, but the game has actually come along to be a lot better than it was at launch, and I really like what they're doing with it. So I'm hoping for some Fallout 76 news today. I would love to see him go, announce officially going free to play.
Yeah, Pete Hines was here this morning, and he admitted, we messed up. We have to address it tonight. We have to talk about what we're doing. So I think we'll hear something.
Yeah, the game could be very great, and it's starting to get there. Really, if you look at the path they've taken since launch, it's getting better and better every single day, and I really look forward to seeing what it's going to turn out to be.
Kenny, you a Bethesda man?
I mean, yeah, I am a Bethesda man. Fallout 4 is still, I would say, probably one of the most played games of my PlayStation 4 library.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I get how it works. For every Fallout 3, there's a Fallout New Vegas. You know what I mean? There's something that happens that precedes it.
In between.
Right. So I'm not willing to count it out.
You're ready for Fallout 5 today?
I'm ready for Fallout. I'm ready for Dishonored. I love Dishonored as well.
Yes.
It's another great series. So counting out Bethesda would be a bad move to make. So I'm always excited for future announcements and anything they have to offer.
The thing was last year they announced so many things.
Yeah.
Right. I mean that's the thing is they kind of literally I think revealed their strategy for the next couple of years, especially on Todd Howard's side with the Game Studios. They've said they're not going to talk about Starfield tonight. They're not going to talk about Elder Scrolls 6. Rumors though that they may have a new game from Project the Tango guys in Japan. Steven, what are your sources saying? What should we expect tonight? Do you think?
Well, it's not just my sources, but Twitter. Shinji Mikami himself has said that he would be in LA for something. Right. So hopefully we'll see something from him.
That's
He's
it.
the creator of many of the best.
We're really close to the press conference. So
horror series for Bethesda, with a younger designer who led Evil Within 2, and it'll be great to see if he puts out something new.
Are we gonna have Evil Within 2 DLC or Evil Within 3? Evil Within 2 was great. Way better than Evil Within 1, which was a piece of shit, in my opinion.
We've seen Doom.
What new DLC? New DLC for Borderlands 2. You haven't seen it? It was shown during the Microsoft conference. You can watch the video from before.
Yeah, that'd be hot.
I recorded it all. It's on YouTube right now.
Screen, pixelated.
Doom Eternal I played a couple weeks ago, and I gotta say I had a
Go watch it now, Showsman. Go watch it now.
That is easily one of my most anticipated games left, and I hope we get to see a little bit more of it.
There's a new DLC with Lilith Commander Fang.
Might see what I got to play. I mean, I was really blown away.
Character from Borderlands 1.
And fun and classic Doom.
Super pulse pounding, great soundtrack.
Yeah.
Just fun gun control.
Exactly.
It's
Mick
great.
Gordon with so I think it's that one I think is going to pop in a pretty good way.
2 minutes 30 seconds
it's an interesting
before the Bethesda conference.
Coming out of Fallout 76.
By the way, guys, what are your expectations for the Bethesda conference?
And then it's well, what do they have in the future? And but I do say
I would say except for Doom,
E3 is the place where they kind of announce
and maybe something to save
Also,
their ads from Fallout 76 have no big expectations for this press conference.
Fallout 3, I think they started.
You hope to see Wolfenstein?
It's only like you said, 4 or 5 years ago.
It's a testament to what they've built up, that they've been able to be.
What do you want to see about Wolfenstein?
To have their own show. I think that's a credit to them.
Yep.
And you never know. I mean,
you love the Ensem collection?
A surprise studio acquisition. Maybe
and play with friends online? Yeah, actually, the Ensem collection, I got it for free on Xbox Live.
Like an amazing franchise.
Absolutely.
So, and I've not even played it yet.
It's like people would love to see it. And Bethesda is pretty good, I think, about, using their franchises. Yeah. You look at id now, it's like they just had a Rage that shipped.
So yeah, Jeremy, what are you expecting?
Then they have
what kind of news are you expecting from Wolfenstein? A new game? DLC?
I like how they don't put
DLCs,
all
maybe?
Too. They have not only Dishonored, not only your Dooms and all that, but one thing 2019 has proven is that survival horror is back. Resident Evil 2, the remake, was so good. And
yeah, it was so good indeed, man.
Evil Within to be announced this year, and I think with the improvements that I think 2 made on 1, it's probably going to be really good and probably another step forward in the right direction and to continue on the trend, which is survival horror being here as a main.
No, it's a good point that they Mikami, it's probably
Resident Evil 2 was such a great game. By the way, Showsman, if you haven't played the game, you need to play that. The remake of Resident Evil 2 is an incredible and amazing game.
Yeah. If I were writing the script for them this year, I would have.
How would you start, Boogie? What would be the scene?
Humble, and just knowing that, just facing the handful of criticisms that I've had to deal with in the next.
I'm waiting that they fix the remake of the 1. What are you talking about? Which game, Showsman?
hit us with the games we know about.
They announced a
the
new game
franchises
called
we know about,
Wolfenstein
and
Youngblood.
nice big punch.
I'm
And maybe even a
expecting
Splatterpunk
some
for others,
gameplay
so I'll
footage.
settle for
Oh,
another Splatterpunk.
Youngblood, true.
I mean, I think that's
True.
so far away.
Completely
I think
forgot
you're
about
right.
that
Pete
game.
was here this morning.
I completely
They did
forgot
really
about
say,
that.
like, we have to,
It
address
is true.
that. And some companies would
That is so true.
Positive and what's next.
Have you played Wolfenstein 2,
even EA,
by the way?
didn't really even cover Anthem, and some people were like, "Oh, that was odd. This game came out."
I guess you have.
elephant in the room. It sounds like, based on what Pete was saying.
If you're
like, they
expecting
have to
something for that
see
game, I
Todd
guess
Howard's
you
always
have.
so good on stage. I'll be interested. Will he walk out? Will he sort of talk about it? See you tonight.
I wouldn't. I would expect it. I mean, people have gotten used to.
It's coming
that
out real soon?
Story. We saw it
Really?
with No Man's Sky. We saw it with the first Division.
Yep.
It's annoying and frustrating, and some people feel misled and ripped off when a game comes out and it's not as good as it was hyped or as good as it feels like it should be. But we have seen that there are studios that will
10
work
seconds
hard
away, Tatil. Sorry to cut you off.
make a better game.
But we're going live right now to the Shrine.
Live
Auditorium.
right now. Let's go,
Free
people.
Press conference. We'll be back
Let's
right
go,
afterwards.
people.
React. Enjoy the show.
All right, let's go, Bethesda conference. You have a lot of work to do if you want to be better than Microsoft, because the Microsoft conference was
With a game, there is
games. Wait, what? Games again.
Without you, there is no game. There's no one to play it.
no one to interact with it.
Scheduled to release in July? Oh, nice.
And we appreciate that. And through all of it,
you're always there with us.
You are definitely
The remake of one?
Tell us how you feel.
What are you talking about, Chosbin? Borderlands?
Your feedback sometimes challenges us.
There was no remake of
forces
Borderlands
us
1.
To be always challenging ourselves.
You empathize with us as developers and with each other as a community. It's really beautiful.
I'm Dinga Bakaba, and I used to take a week off every time a Bethesda game came out.
My name's Mark Diaz, and when I was 8 years old, I used to sneak over to my buddy's house to play Doom.
Play Doom. Oh,
Daggerfall
yeah.
was one of the very first games that got me into the Elder Scrolls world.
I'm Dana Christo, and I started out as a 16-year-old gamer who just wanted to bring joy to others through video games.
Yep, that's me, but I'm 40 years
Now
old.
I'm a game programmer at id Software.
That's
I
the
get to be
difference.
Part of building that world as the creative director on Elder Scrolls Online.
All right, come on.
Bethesda Game Studios, and it's everything I could have dreamed of. I see you.
I see you.
I see you.
We see you.
Because we are you.
And together.
Together.
Together?
We are all. We are all.
We are all.
We are all. We are all.
All right, come on. I want to see the evil within stuff, and I want to see Doom stuff. That's all I want. Don't talk to me about Fallout. I'll be there one day. At E3, you mean? Well, you do know that E3 is dying, right? Slowly, but with the internet and with people like me showing the show, there's so much of the show that you can watch every single where. Paying over $300 plus the trip to go there. Well, there's less and less people that are doing so. Even the big company are not paying anymore to be there.
Please welcome Bethesda's Senior Global Vice President of Marketing, Pete Hines.
You will stop rushing their games? Oh yeah. You mean like Fallout 76? Well, actually Fallout 76 was just a bad marketing decision. They were not ready to go there.
How are you? Feel good?
Alright, we'll listen to what they have to say. We'll talk about this
Thank you guys for
later.
being here. Thank everyone watching around the world for tuning in to watch our 5th annual E3 showcase. This is a night dedicated to those who love games, who love the incredible entertainment that games provide.
Come on, show us games. Stop talking, show games.
Mars and Nazis in America. You were assassins in the Empire, adventurers in Tamriel, and survivors. A lot of those. And survivors in the Wasteland. And you've embarked on these amazing adventures on PC, console, VR, mobile, or wherever and however you choose to play.
Yeah, wherever.
And that's the key. You take the worlds that we create and you make them yours. You share your experiences with other players, with friends, and with family. With our games, you've built large global communities that truly matter. This year, we want to give special recognition to the extraordinary Bethesda community. As you saw in our opening video, you mean everything to us. I've almost been at this company for 20 years.
Show us game already.
And when I first started,
we don't care about your speech. Seems like people do care.
When I first started, one of my first responsibilities was moderating the community forums, chatting with you, and keeping you up to date on our games. It was a great way to start my career at Bethesda because it was the perfect reminder of why we do what we do.
Well, Jeremy, you should have watched the
Bethesda, I've spent a lot of time with
Xbox
around the world.
Microsoft conference.
So many of you and getting your thoughts and feedback. So tonight, we'll be taking time throughout the show to hear directly from some of you in the Bethesda community. We are thrilled tonight to show our fans the lineup of great games we've been creating just for you.
Yeah, just show us and stop talking already.
And we'll go deep on Doom Eternal.
We'll go deep on Doom Eternal? Alright, that's all I want to know. Good. Now we're talking. We're talking.
If you're ready, let's kick it off. And to get an update from our friends at one of the most celebrated development studios in the world, Bethesda Game Studios. Please welcome studio head and my good friend, Todd Howard.
There we go, more talking. More damn talking. That's the guy from Fallout 76 last year.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come on, dude.
Great to see everybody. We have had an incredibly exciting year at Bethesda Game Studios. Given some of that excitement, impressed you're still here.
There we go.
Actually, over the last year, we've had over 60 million players in our games, our most ever. And it's all of you
Come on.
It's all of you who have made these worlds what they are. Take Fallout 76.
That shitty game. That piece of crap game.
A type of game we'd never done before.
Nope, indeed. And that shows.
Launch. And we got a lot of well-deserved criticism. But the team kept working on it, and you kept playing it.
Like you said, Jeremy.
And through all of that, something amazing has happened. It's thanks to all of you.
All right, shut the fuck up and show games.
One of the best online communities we've ever seen. We made a post-apocalyptic survival game where you can do whatever you want, and everybody's nice to each other. They don't go on killing griefing sprees. They leave food and water for the newbies and wave to each other. I don't know about you. This should give us all hope for humanity when the apocalypse does come. To you. And we have a lot more in store.
It's such a mood.
Fallout 76. But
what do you mean, a
our
mood?
latest game, The Elder Scrolls Blades, is in early access. And thanks to all of you, it became our second straight #1 mobile game after Fallout Shelter. Absolutely incredible.
Blah, blah, blah.
And to tell you what's coming to Blades, let me introduce project leader Craig Lafferty and art director Matt
Jeez, I'm already missing the Xbox conference. Actually, what was interesting about the Microsoft conference before, it was just like, okay, here's the new game. Bam! Here's the new game.
It's great to
Bam!
be here at E3. And thanks again to all of you for making Blades #1.
As someone who's worked on the Elder Scrolls
Hey,
for 20
Kranzo.
years, it's been incredible to bring this world to your phone
Kranzo
in an all-new way.
710.
We still love
Thank you
those
for
classic
following,
dungeon
dude.
crawlers.
Thank you
It's
very
clear
much.
You do as well.
Appreciate that.
And whether you're exploring a dungeon or rebuilding your town, it's great to be able to do it wherever you are.
Since it's E3, we're releasing our biggest.
I don't know why the
update
alert
yet,
is not working
featuring
again, but
all-new
it should be
jobs and
working.
Solo arena battles, an all-new custom jewelry system, and a brand new Dragon quest line.
Brand new Dragon quest line.
It has even more,
Ooh,
but best
yeah.
of all, it's coming out tonight.
I couldn't care less, but okay.
Download free tonight and
Okay.
give it a try.
That's good.
And we're also hard at work on our arena mode for this fall that'll feature PvP, your own guilds, and visiting your friends' towns. But most exciting this year, we're also bringing Blades to an all-new platform, Switchblade.
Bored of all the blah blah blah, yeah. Is that another badly done port? Okay, they invest sometimes in developing something. At least. That's good. That is good. So again, thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow, Kranzo. 710. I need to check why the alerts are not working.
Yes,
They should be
Blades is
working.
coming this fall to the Nintendo Switch, and yes, it's still free.
So why are they not working? Let me check that out.
Blades
real
is
quick.
the perfect fit for the Switch. You can play on the go, on your TV, and with motion controls. But best of all, it's cross-play and cross-play.
The alert should be
with the mobile
working.
version.
Why are they not showing up? Damn
So
it.
you can start tonight on mobile, and all your progress will carry over. And it's playable here at E3 in our booth and Nintendo's.
Yeah.
It showed up? Oh really? Haven't seen it. Thank you,
For those of you
dude.
playing on mobile, we also have some special rewards for both our Apple and Google
Thank
players
you.
this week. So download tonight and let
Did
us
you
know
hear
what
the
you think.
sound too?
Thanks again.
Wow.
Now, let me introduce Jeff and Tom to tell you what's coming to Fallout 76.
Fallout 76, blah, blah, blah.
Hi, I'm Project Leader Jeff Gardner. And I'm Co-Studio Director Tom Mustaine. On behalf of everyone at
We
Bethesda
don't
Game
care.
Studios, we want to thank the millions of you who have played with us, stuck with us.
Is that a name on
and
screen?
helped shape
Okay,
the
cool.
world of Fallout 76.
Your internet is dying right now, Sheldon?
Incredible what the game
Damn.
has become. You've told us how much you've loved this year's update so
Too
far.
much video
From
quality
camp
for your
building,
internet
legendary
connection, right?
weapons, player vending, and of course, the dreaded sheep squatch. We've also been working on our biggest update yet. It's called Wastelanders. And it will fundamentally change the game.
I don't care, I'm not gonna play the damn game.
It's been some time since Vault 76 opened its doors.
We don't care about your attempt at MMOs.
Discovered that Appalachia is
Please
quite
do what
what
you
it
do
used to be.
best.
We encountered
Awesome
a lot of
RPG
things.
games.
Overcame a lot of things. I don't think any of us expected for people.
Well, it seems like some people are still playing it, right?
Are you from that vault? Can you help us?
Don't know.
We've traveled pretty far. Heard there's hope here in Appalachia.
Hi, Dry Cat!
Hope rebuilding, fighting back.
So lovely!
We'll fight too, right by your side. We've been everywhere and seen everything. And the one thing we've learned is this. You gotta claim the wasteland before it claims you. The question is, are you with us or them?
Year 2? Not season 2, year 2. They're bold. They're bold. Why are people happy?
That's right. That's right. Human NPCs are coming to Fallout 76. Not just NPCs, but a full quest line, new rewards, and as you saw, full dialogue trees.
This is a long-term story we're telling. Year 1 was about the vault doors opening and all of you settling the wasteland.
Yep, we want new
is
games.
about people coming back to reclaim it. Like previous Fallout games, these characters have their own stories and goals. It's up to you to choose how to interact with them and live with those consequences.
The Wastelanders update is coming this fall and will be free for all Fallout 76 players.
Yeah, of course it will be free.
And in the spirit of free, we're doing something special just for E3. Fallout 76 is going to have a free trial for everyone starting tomorrow.
Not gonna try it anyway.
That's right. It's the perfect time to see what Fallout 76 and its growing community have become. We can't wait to welcome all of you. And because so many of you are going to be joining us, we thought we'd also give you a sneak peek this week at an all-new
Mafu the
game
teacher.
mode.
Mafu the teacher. Mafu the bot is always right. Always. You are wrong. You are wrong, Jeremy.
Your first test was making it to the vault. Now, your real trial begins.
Okay, come on.
There is no overseer of Vault 51.
Vault 51?
Perhaps you will be the one. We are in serious need of leadership, so I have devised a unique process of elimination. A battle to the death is the only sure way to judge the superior candidate. This should prove interesting.
Don't tell me they're doing a battle royale thing. Yeah, try that. Try that, Jeremy. I don't know about you guys, but I'm so not hyped about that game. I don't know what people found interesting in that game. For me, there's nothing cool about that damn game.
Good luck.
There we go. Battle Royale. Why? Why? Stop doing this, people. Stop. Stop it.
Fuck yeah, we put a battle royale in Fallout 76.
Nobody wants that.
Nuclear Winter is a battle royale born from the Fallout universe. From power armor to perk cards, from camp building to contending with wasteland creatures, and of course, my personal favorite, nukes. It's a great free addition to an already huge game.
Yep,
we love
that's
playing it,
it,
and we think you will too.
Check out the sneak peek and let us know what you think.
Every single fucking game has a battle royale now.
Including Nuclear
Why?
Winter is free to try
Why?
this week on all platforms. So jump
You
in
see?
tomorrow. We can't wait to see you.
You see, Jeremy? All right, more blah blah. More
Everything
blah
we've
blah.
talked about that's coming this year is free. We get to represent hundreds of passionate developers across 4 studio locations in North America working on multiple projects. Yes, we're still hard at work on our next-gen RPGs, Starfield, and of course, Elder Scrolls 6. We know how precious
Starfield, that's the game you were talking about, Jeremy, right?
And they are to us. We
Starfield.
know the time you spend in them is important. Keep telling us what you love, what you'd like to see us do better. Thank you again, everybody, for your support, but really, even more so, I want to thank everybody for believing in us. Thank you.
Of course.
Please welcome the founder of Tango Gameworks, Mr. Shinji Mikami.
Oh, geez! Shinji Mikami. So, do you know what that means? That means evil wedding news.
Hello. I'd like to start by greeting my team in Tokyo. It's Monday morning there, but they are watching. みんなおはようございます。今日真面目にやるよ。
Okay. That was weird.
Tonight,
that was
I
weird.
am excited to announce the next game from Tango. Ghostwire Tokyo.
Ghostwire Tokyo? Okay. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Another horror game, Rio?
It is an action-adventure game in which you will fight paranormal enemy and rid the city of supernatural evil. I think you'll love it. To tell you more about Ghostwire Tokyo, here is creative director at Tango, Ikumi Nakamura.
Oh, jeez. Japanese stuff on stage at E3.
Wow, so many people. Wow, thank you. ありがとうございます。
That doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel right.
Such a big stage makes me nervous. I'll do my best to speak in English. We are making a new kind of action-adventure game. It's spooky. But not the survival horror game that we are known for. People are vanishing in Tokyo. You must find out why. You will encounter conspiracies and the occult. You have to explore the world, face challenges, to uncover the truth and
Think he's cute?
humanity.
Good for you, man.
In the game, you will meet spirits, some dangerous.
I'm just trying to understand what she's saying.
And survivors that each have their own stories. You will need to ask yourself, is this normal or paranormal? I ask myself this question every time I go to the office. Just kidding. Just kidding, just kidding.
No, you're not.
We are very excited.
That's part of the video game industry, right?
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So, we got a trailer? Okay, good. Now that's the good stuff, people. Oh God. Oh jeez. Okay, that looks interesting. You got a bow. That thing is so fucking strange. I like it.
Unknown. Attack it.
Ghostwire. Okay, okay, cool.
When I'm not playing Bethesda games, I work as a mechanical engineer.
I work in a hospital. I used to work with kids.
I'm an electrician.
I'm an
Why?
In real life, I'm a systems administrator.
Program
Why?
assistant for a private school for children with autism.
Why?
I like to think of myself as one.
Make like
I don't want to see this shit.
It's really boring.
Maybe permanently or temporarily a full-time streamer.
I got a YouTube channel. I make my own yarn.
I'm a social worker.
Teaching inmates.
I'm a game developer.
Teaching inmates?
I've been
Nice.
a Doom fan since the game came out. I remember being in the 8th grade and a buddy of mine giving me the shareware demo on 3.5-inch floppy disks.
My older brother picked up Fallout 3 and I took his copy and played it when he wasn't home.
Fallout 4.
Moved.
Gosh, that's like my baby.
The scope of that game was just like a lot bigger than things I was used to.
Just setting.
If I fell asleep, people, wake me up
Go to in Somerset.
when the next trailer is coming.
It was amazing.
You would look out and you'd be like, oh, I want to go there. And then you couldn't
Ah.
go there, which was wild.
This is
The
painful.
world is going any direction that you want to go.
This is really
Exploration
painful.
And the weirdness and the alienness of it.
I played Oblivion. I tell you, it probably saved my life.
It was one of my first experiences with a fantasy world that was that immersive. Love the dragons. Love the dragons.
You take down a dragon, you can definitely take down any illness.
Don't ever stop adding dragons to your game. Add dragons to Fallout. Add dragons to Rage. Add dragons to everything. Mecha dragons. More dragons.
Good God.
Studio director at ZeniMax
Good
Online
God.
Studios.
Stop this shit. Oh yeah, that's true, people. My next Extra Life event is going to be announced very, very soon. Sooner than you think, actually. So stay tuned.
Thanks. Thank you, everyone. Wow. Thank you. Yeah! And I just want to shout out to our friend Greg there, the one in the video that really loves dragons. I'm happy to say, Greg, The Elder Scrolls Online has dragons.
Yeah, there's gonna be dragons everywhere. Dragons, 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 dragons.
Right now, in fact,
Okay,
players are
don't get me
deep
wrong
into
there.
the
I
season of
love
Dragon,
dragons.
Our year-long story about
I
greed,
love dragons.
revenge, cat people, and of course,
I love them, I like them.
dragons. Tonight's focus on the community resonates with me and everyone at ZeniMax Online.
But I don't
Studios
like Elder
because
Scrolls
ESO
Online.
Literally
I don't.
would not exist without you.
In fact, I don't like
Watching you
MMO
play
at
the
all.
game, streaming,
MMOs.
telling stories, hearing your feedback, we understand that you are the most important part of the world of Tamriel.
So, what's coming up? What's coming next?
Thank
Come
you
on.
for making ESO the extraordinary adventure it is.
Hey, thank you for following
The past year's
indeed.
been a huge
Golden
success
shot.
for ESO.
Thank you very much,
More
my
Game of the Year
friend.
awards, millions more players have joined. So many, in fact, that we recently. So many, in fact, that we
Matthew
recently
and me
added
are
more
very
server
proud of you.
capacity
Thank
just
you,
to
man.
support
I really
all
appreciate
the
that.
newest players.
Seriously? Thank you.
ESO just keeps getting bigger and better. Just a few days ago, we launched The Elder Scrolls Online Elsewhere, the latest chapter. The latest chapter in the game where you're able to visit for the first time the homeland of the Khajiit.
Elsewhere.
As well as control the dead as the new Necromancer class. And if you haven't played it yet, Elsewhere is the perfect starting point for new players. When we announced Season of the Dragon, we kicked it off by showing you a video about how dragons were unleashed on Elsewhere, and we ended with a cliffhanger. Now, I'm really excited to show you what happens next. Check out.
So what happens next?
The world premiere.
All right, show us. Now we're talking. This is exactly what we want. We want the show, not people talking. We want a damn show. Damn! The dragon animation is looking nice. Very nice. That is something I love. A full party is coming. Another one. All right, come on. What's going on now? Ouch! Damn, son! Well, you're bored? That's a nice cutscene. That's a really nice cutscene. Calm down, Jeremy. What you're looking for is coming. MMOs and MMOs. Yep.
That's right, another cliffhanger. You may have recognized the return of Sai Sahan, the legendary Redguard Swordmaster. He's the legendary Redguard Swordmaster you met as part of the original 5 companions. He's back as the leader of the Dragon Guard, a group of dragon hunting warriors you've seen in other Elder Scrolls games. He'll be featured in our 4th quarter story DLC named Dragonhold. which will complete the season of the Dragon. We've got a lot more to share about the return of Sai and the Dragon Guard, which will unveil later this summer.
Where's Wolfenstein and Doom?
Keep an eye out for a dungeon DLC adventure called Scalebreaker.
Please.
See in August.
We don't care about these things. People do care, though. People do care.
Thank you so much for your support of the Elder Scrolls Online.
How many of you guys are
your enthusiasm for
MMOs and Elder Scrolls Online fans?
You guys are seriously awesome.
I'm kind of curious, actually. I'm kind of curious.
But
clearly, Jeremy, you're not.
I have something else to talk about. The Elder Scrolls Online isn't the only game in development at ZeniMax Online Studios. We have several other projects, one of which we're ready to reveal tonight. And to tell us all about it is the game's creative director, Kira Schlitt.
You didn't like it? She's having fun or she's stressed out?
And now, for something completely different. Imagine a classic Saturday morning cartoon in free-to-play mobile game form. Let's take a look.
Classic free-to-play cartoon? Nope. Nope. And nope. Okay. Yeah, what the hell? It's gonna be an iOS game. That's kind of cool for people who own a phone or something like that. I want to play games on there.
And Android.
There we go.
If you're hearing about Commander Keen for the first time, it was one of the first PC action games created by id Software in the early 90s. Yeah. It starred boy genius Billy Blaze, whose alter ego Commander Keen protected Earth.
For people who owns iOS devices
want to give a really big thanks
and tablets and want to play like games on the go that are not Switch games, that's kind of cool actually. That's way more interesting than Elder Scrolls Online for me, at least.
To a new
So
generation of
I guess it's kind of cool.
We're also introducing the next generation of heroes. Meet
Hey, thank you for following, Titus Wu.
and Billy.
I thought you already followed though.
Who follow in their
I thought
famous
you already
father's
followed.
footsteps. The new
Thanks
commanders
anyway.
are of course funny and powerful, but the game
Monstrosities, of course.
and some
Yes, you
really
are.
bad guys.
I knew
The twins
that I knew
build
that name.
wacky gadgets
I
from
knew.
household
I know that I
items to
knew
save
that
the
name.
Earth
Yeah,
from
right.
certain alien destruction. Drag
Thanks for
and
the
drop
follow
weapons
anyway.
to summon
Really
allies,
appreciate that,
attack
dude.
enemies, and move
Dude
through
or
the
lady.
environment. Choose from a caboodle
Thank
of
you
contraptions
very
to conquer
much.
challenges. And try saying that
Really
5 times
appreciate
fast.
that.
The twins go on adventures in story mode, which tells some of the classic Commander Keen tales, as well as a whole bunch
Not a
of
huge
brand
fan of
new
mobile
ones.
games.
In story mode, you'll overcome
Yeah, me neither,
aliens,
especially since I
collect
don't have any
power-ups,
mobile
and explore
device.
Mars and beyond. You can also go helmet to helmet with other players in battle mode, a real-time, head-to-head race through an alien landscape where you need to control checkpoints and claim the flag to gain ultimate victory. Commander Keen
Ultimate.
will soft launch this
I
summer
want another Mortal
on iOS
Kombat.
and
Not
Android
Mortal
phones.
Kombat. No. Whoa. What am I saying? I want another Killer Instinct game. And I was expecting something like
Please
that
go
at
visit
E3 this year.
buildkeen.com to
Nope,
pre-register to
nothing.
receive unique
Maybe
in-game
next year
rewards
with the
and
next console.
hot Commander Keen launch updates. We really can't wait to kick some asteroid with you all. Thanks.
Kicking some asteroid. Nice. Nice play with words there.
Thank you, Kira. At Bethesda, we, like you, love mobile games. In addition to Blades and the upcoming Commander Keen, millions of you have enjoyed Fallout Shelter, which has now reached over 150 million downloads and counting.
Well, you know what? I tried Fallout Shelter on the Switch, and I kind of liked it.
For fans
until I reached the point
Elder Scrolls Legends to mobile, so
where you
can
actually
experience the Elder
need
Scrolls in
to
a new
invest
way.
money
This year, the Legends community has
to get further
continued
in the
to grow
game.
thanks to a lot of upgrades,
Then
new
I just
features,
dropped
and
it
new content.
and delete the
It's a great
content.
experience for
Delete
fanatic
everything.
gaming or a quick match over a cup of coffee.
Nope, not for me again. Love the music. I love the music.
Make your play.
Well, that's a nice trailer. I really like the trailer, but nope, not for me. Again with the mobile games. Again with the mobile games.
If you enjoy other card games but are looking for something that provides a little deeper challenge, you can download Legends for free on the App Store and begin playing tonight. Legends' next expansion, Moons of Elsewhere, will be available on June 27th for PC, Mac, mobile, and tablet. You can head over to Bethesda.net to get a glimpse at the new cards and content, or play it this week in our booth. I'll see you there, clapping.
Nope.
Now,
not for me.
Speaking of new content, 3 weeks ago, we released Rage 2, and now Insanity Rules...
Another game that I don't care about. Please give me Doom already. Give me Doom.
Millions of players around the world. But we wanted to do more than just deliver a critically acclaimed open world shooter. We've already added community challenges that reward you just for having fun in the wasteland, and we've got a lot more planned with new features rolling out this week. The world of Rage 2 will become even more unpredictable and even more insane. Take a look.
I can't care less than this. Wow.
Look all around at this destructibility. Withstand winds and red barrels dropping weekly. This infection go back around the bend. All of this and more is way.
Okay, I love the trailer so far. Trailer's kind of cool. They are coming.
that to my next tattoo.
What's wrong with the two songs? Yeah, they are keeping that for the end. Indeed.
I got a tremendous surprise for you all.
All right, next. Next, Wolfenstein. There's your call, Jeremy. There's your call. Wolfenstein stuff. So next is Doom for sure. Doom fucking Eternal.
After liberating America from the Nazi scum,
why is there two songs? Indeed.
The new Colossus. This year we take you back to Europe with 2 new Wolfenstein games. First, we are bringing Nazi killing into virtual reality with
Cyberpilot.
Wolfenstein Cyberpilot. As a hacker working for the French resistance, you will take control of Nazi war machines and turn them against their creators.
On iPhones.
Cyberpilot will be available this July, and it's playable this week in our E3 booth. And if you haven't fought Nazis in VR, you don't know what you are missing. But, as I said, we have 2 new Wolfenstein games.
2 new?
This summer, we are going to be launching Wolfenstein Youngblood.
There we go. Young fucking blood.
With
there we go.
A gameplay experience that is bigger than any previous Wolfenstein game. You will have more weapons and weapon upgrades than ever before, more ways to customize your playstyle, and, of course, even more evil Nazis to kill.
Evil Nazis! Nazis!
And in Youngblood, you can kill those Nazis with a friend.
Oh! Now I'm interested.
Yes,
Wolfenstein
co-op.
That's great news.
In the 1980s,
all
2
right.
decades after the new Colossus.
Now I'm listening.
BJ Blazkowicz is missing in Nazi-occupied Paris, and it's up to his twin daughters, Jess and Soph, to track him down. In Youngblood, you can still play by yourself, or you can partner with a pal to double up on shooting, stabbing, and killing Nazis. Check it out.
All right.
Paris.
Now we're talking, people.
Country. That's where Papa is, so that's where we're going.
We can find him together.
I may have an assignment suitable for 2 Nazi killers such as yourselves.
2 Nazi killers. The Nazi. I want to see split screen, please. Split screen. Oh yeah. Nope. Yes. Nope. Yes or no?
Let's do or die, sis.
Fight together. If there's crossplay, I'll be so fucking happy. July 26th.
Enjoy life for a second, Jess.
Seems like you were right, Jeremy. By the end of July, we'll be playing this shit co-op.
Wolfenstein Youngblood releases on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC on July 26th.
On July.
And if you can't wait, stop by our E3 booth to play this week. Thank you.
I can wait. I'll wait.
And now,
I have
I'd
too
like
many
to
games
welcome
anyway.
to the stage my dear friends from Arcane Lyon, who worked with us on these two Wolfenstein games, Dinga and Sebastian.
Jeez, I'll need to go to pee soon. I'll need to go to the bathroom soon, people.
We love you too.
Hi, I'm Dinga Bakaba and game director at Arcane Lyon.
Bonsoir,
Arcane
I'm
Lyon.
Miton, art director in the same studio.
So, along with partnering with our good friends at Machine Games on Wolfenstein, we've been working on other projects at Arcane Lyon. And tonight, we're excited to announce our latest first-person action game. It's something innovative, stylish, and different from anything we've done before.
Let me
The accent is insane.
by saying
That is
bienvenue
French
to the
from
frozen
Lyon.
island of Black Reef. This is a place of mystery where looks can kill.
And
The
Nazis.
game takes place during what we say in French is a période de folie, a time of madness.
And now that we've given you a small taste of the world, let us introduce you to our two deadly rivals, Colt and Juliana.
Another co-op game? Interesting.
This place isn't a paradise. It's a prison. Out here, we're trapped.
We're free.
In
What?
this endless, eternal cycle.
I love that so far.
Purpose is on this island.
And I can't let this go on any longer. The more days I repeat,
The longer that I'm out here,
the more certain I am.
of what I have to do. The only way to protect the cycle
The only way to break this cycle
Hey, Dream!
is to kill you.
Welcome, Dream.
Time is on my side.
Deathloop. I love this. I love this. Me once.
Deathloop combines a mind-bending story with meticulously designed levels and, of course, Arcane signature gameplay that lets you approach every situation any way you like. Because in the endless clash between these two extraordinary assassins, how you play is up to you.
Plus, I think it's really fucking cool. Excuse my French.
Yeah, maybe maybe you should have said that in French, actually.
Maybe. maybe not.
But it's also pretty fucking true. Because we will take you on a trip unlike any other, and we really hope that you enjoy the ride.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much.
It's a wonderful way to get away
All
from
right.
all the pressure.
Yeah, that was awkward.
I think the sense of
It's time for me to take a little break while people are chatting and talking.
Very confidence building.
It's brought me out of my shell and stopped being an
I'll leave it
introvert.
there.
I could like be a hero.
Obviously.
And do all these things.
You find really creative, really fun, really talented people.
And I'll be back, peeps. Stay tuned.
Probably made more
Continue
friends
watching.
online than I have in real life.
The games that you bring out just helps people, honestly.
My parents were refugees from the Vietnam War, which is why I'm also fascinated by elements of war.
Playing these games just kind of put me out of the worry and the stress.
I was in a dark place for a while, and I told myself I wasn't going to be there anymore. And so now the only dark places that I'm allowed to go are in dungeons and ESO.
Just being someone who is LGBT, it's nice to be able to sit down and play these games and feel accepted for who I am. It's really nice to see that their storyline has some sort of emotional effect on me as a player.
And I just really admire the creativity that goes into the process of making these big worlds with these amazing stories.
Building these fantastic worlds and telling these stories comes from a passion to deliver the very best experiences for our players. Hi, I'm James Altman, Director of Publishing at Bethesda.
And I'm Robert Duffy, Chief Technology Officer at id Software. Tonight we have some exciting new technology to show you that can dramatically improve gaming for millions.
So for the past 2 decades, we've approached game development not by looking at what is possible today, but with a vision of what can be possible tomorrow. And at Bethesda, we're proud of our legacy of innovation, where again and again we've changed the industry. We were the first to use physics-based engines for sports games. We were groundbreakers with go anywhere, do anything, open world RPGs. We are the inventors of the first-person shooter, which is now the world's most popular form of gaming. We are pioneers in downloadable content and the first to bring mods to consoles. And actually, since we first brought mods to consoles in 2016, there have been 1 billion mod downloads for Fallout and Skyrim. We, of course, developed the first commercially viable VR technology, revealed in our E3 booth in 2012. Yes, that is the original VR headset, held together by tape and worn by our very own Tim Willits.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that little delay. What did I miss?
And of course, we are well known as developers of best-in-class engine technology with our id Tech engine.
Okay, we're talking Doom, right? We're talking Doom VR.
Innovation and creativity is in our DNA.
You missed nothing? Thank you.
With one goal in mind, to improve player experiences. So tonight we have exciting new technology.
Cheers to nothing then.
We're going to show you the result of years of research and development. Cutting-edge game engine-based technology we've developed specifically for game streaming.
Years.
Now we'd like to introduce you to Orion.
What the fuck is Orion? Oh,
Orion is a tremendous breakthrough in streaming technology. It is our name for a group of patented technologies that optimize game engines for performance in a cloud environment.
Get ready for Orion!
And will improve player experiences no matter which game you're playing or whether you're streaming on Stadia, on xCloud, or another streaming platform.
They're talking about Stadia,
How
right?
does Orion work?
Oh, by the way, guys, if you haven't seen
you've been hearing so much about have
the
largely
Microsoft
focused on hardware
conference,
solutions to address the
they
complex
kind of killed
challenges
Stadia
of streaming.
right there.
There's a lot of words. We used our expertise in developing
I hope we'll see
software
something,
and took a
a
different
response
By incorporating
from
Orion
Stadia
technology at the game
during
engine
E3
level,
because if they don't
we're
insert
able
to that,
stream game content up to
well,
20% faster per frame, leading to a dramatic reduction in latency. In addition, an Orion-enabled game can stream with up to 40% lower bandwidth. And happily, for game developers, Orion technology is easy to integrate with your game build with our SDK.
But what does that mean for you? It means that streaming games will be faster and better with Orion. And Orion substantially reduces the cost of streaming for players and for publishers. So it won't matter if your friends and family are sucking up all the bandwidth, or if you live far away from a data center. With Orion, you'll still be able to stream your game at max settings.
Okay, so they're fighting against Stadia and Microsoft now?
Now, as with any new computer technology,
I have a few seconds.
One must ask the question, can it play Doom?
Well, that is normal, Dream, because I'm watching it as I'm streaming it. So,
fluid, first-person shooter with native 4K resolution at 60 frames per second. Let's see.
I got between 3 to 6 seconds delay.
I'd like to introduce Shale Williams, tech specialist from id Software, who is showing you just that here live on stage.
So Shale is streaming an Orion-enabled Doom 2016 right now to that mobile device. As you can see, there is no reduction in visual fidelity. That's Doom at 60 frames per second without perceptible latency. And we want you all to experience this powerful streaming technology yourself as we test and refine it. So for a chance to be among the first in the world to stream Doom 2016 for free, all you need to do is join the Doom Slayers Club by registering at slayersclub.com tonight.
I don't care! What is insane?
Everybody could use a little more Doom in their lives.
And we'll see you in hell.
Okay, the moment of truth, people. The moment of truth. This is exactly what I was waiting for. The entire fucking conference.
Bigger than you can imagine. If you continue, you will bring down the heavens' wrath. It is written. It is their time to give penance.
Oh, I love that weapon.
You are but one man.
Doom Eternal.
They are no longer your people to save.
Wow, was that a flamethrower? I love the music. I hope Mick Gordon is doing it again. Oh my god, the music seems awesome. Sounds awesome. That is Mick Gordon, no doubt. No doubt. Give me more Doom. Give me more Doom. That's why we're here. That's why we're here.
This is awesome. Thank you so much. I'm Marty Stratton, the executive producer of Doom Eternal. And I'm... Thank you.
And I'm Hugo Martin, the game's creative director.
As you just saw, we're not just building a world for Doom, it's an entire universe. Earth is on the brink of annihilation. It's being consumed by demons. And your crusade to save it will take you across
Save the world!
To locations never seen before in Doom, from heaven and hell to the Sentinel homeworld and beyond.
Which one? Doom?
There is so much to see and discover, but Doom is first and foremost about gameplay. And Doom Eternal promises to be the ultimate power fantasy. The fun comes from mastering the experience, because you are the Doom Slayer, the strongest,
the Doom
fastest
Slayer
killer in existence, and nothing can stand in your way.
Absolutely. Of course, the challenge in Doom is all about handcrafted combat, but also engaging level design.
Oh,
and in Doom Eternal, the game always has something that's new to throw at you, even deep into the campaign.
The game level design, huh? They're talking about level design. I'm gonna have to judge that. Nice. Nice. Oh jeez, I love that. My. The level design looks insane indeed, people. The level design looks insane. I'm telling you right here and now.
Thanks. You know, it's
I
so
can't
important
wait to play
us
that game.
That id
I
Software,
can't
that
wait.
Every aspect of the gameplay has real meaning to you, the player. Every enemy is different, every weapon has a purpose, and every decision you make really counts. The only path to victory in Doom Eternal is to aggressively control the fight with amazing agility, powerful guns, and critical resources.
That's right, I'll tell you, we absolutely can't wait for you to play it. And some of you won't have to wait too long. If you are lucky enough to be in the room tonight, you'll have a chance to play it immediately following the show.
Nice.
And for those not here, but at E3 this week, we'll have Doom
Looks
Eternal
confusing. Have you played the last Doom?
All week.
Yeah.
Well, the new Doom, the Doom reboot.
Let's see how it all comes together, and watch as this perfect killing machine goes to work.
Oh God. Oh God.
Flight path to Mars. Calculating thrust vectors. Launching in 3, 2,
1.
approaching planetary entry phase. Prepare for turbulence.
Yeah, the music is definitely the work of Mick Gordon. It sounds just like him. All right. Oh, the game looks fast. Left my weapon. Damn, son! Nice. Ouch! Oh, the Beholder, right? Yep. Jeez, that machine gun looks incredible. Damn, son! But I will promise. Nice. Play that game, Jeremy. If not, you know what? I will probably play that after the show. Because I'm hyped as fuck. First. And second, because the Xbox Live Game Pass is only $1 during the E3 weeks. So we'll probably take it and play Doom Eternal. Not Doom Eternal, but Doom. Doom the original. Incredible work? Yeah. The game looks insane. But it's not only... Ouch! It's not only the game director. It's the entire team. Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ, it's fast. It is a fast Doom experience. Boss battle. Can't wait to play the game, people! I can't wait to play that thing.
All right.
That was classic.
I want it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I want it now.
We're so excited because the gameplay that you just saw is just a piece of what you're going to play this week at E3.
Just a piece?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I bet a lot of you are wondering, when do we get to play Doom Eternal at our home?
Well, you don't have to wait too much longer. Not quite tomorrow. But Doom Eternal will release on November 22nd.
Alright, 1 week after Star Wars. Okay, that's cool.
We're very excited about that, and we've got something really special for Doom fans. An amazing collector's edition we're really proud of.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. That's an actual helmet. Yeah, you could wear that thing.
I can wear that thing? Can I teach with that? Oh yes, I can.
This guy's already got
I need that thing. I need that thing.
They already got one on.
All right, well, we've got one more thing we know that you've been waiting to hear about. Our totally new Doom multiplayer experience. We call it Battle Mode. We've been developing this in-house at id, and it's unlike anything you've played before.
Yeah, we've been so pumped at id to share this with you. This is pure Doom, but with your friends, where 2 player-controlled demons take on 1 fully loaded Slayer in a fight to the death. This is a first-person fighter, where it's demon strategy versus Slayer skill.
Fighter?
You know, we can't wait, because we know you'll love the different play styles of the various demons. because each has unique movement, attacks, and abilities.
They can even spawn AI demons to control the battlefield and help you take down the Slayer. It's strategic, competitive, and it's a ton of fun. And we can't wait to share more details with you this year at QuakeCon.
That's right, a lot more to share at QuakeCon, but before we go, we do want to take a first look at Doom Eternal's new multiplayer. On behalf of our amazing team at id in Dallas and Frankfurt, Germany, we want to thank you all so much for your support.
Yo, I will.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. I will. I'm gonna teach the next wave of students with the Doom Eternal helmet.
Fight.
Oh my god.
Demon health critical. Slayer health critical. Slayer killed. Round 2.
Round 2. Fight. You'll see them in hell. Nice. I love that. I love that.
Final round. Fight.
Wow. 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 Jesus. I love this, people.
Applause, please, for Marty Hugo and all of our presenters tonight.
I love this.
And for everyone at our studios around the globe that have worked so hard on the great games you've seen tonight, we say thank you. 2019 marks 25 years of Doom. So,
Doom Eternal was for me the highlight of the event tonight.
We're adding a whole host of panels and activities dedicated
the
to
only
Doom,
one,
which we call DoomCon. Yeah,
DoomCon.
see what we did there? We took out the Quake and put Doom. We hope you can come hang out with us in Dallas at our inaugural event in London. If you can't, please tune
Year
in
of
online.
Doom.
Until then, go to Bethesda.net for more info on all the games you saw tonight. If you're here at E3 this week, we'll have hands-on with many of our games.
This is the end of the
So be sure to
conference,
stop by
for
our
sure.
booth. In the meantime, thanks for playing, thanks for watching, and thanks to all of you for being part of the Bethesda community. Have a great night.
There we go. That's the end, people. That's the end. Alright. Please share your thoughts about the conference. Share what you like the most.
At Bethesda, we're in the business of creating heroes.
Share your best moments. Share your best games. For me, the highlights of the events of the night
It's like we hand you this malleable
are
play and you do these
Wolfenstein,
extraordinary things that we never could have imagined.
the Dead thing after that, I don't remember the name exactly, and Doom Eternal,
You bring these
of
worlds
course.
that we create to life.
You help us build richer worlds.
Can't wait to see more of Doom Eternal.
You
And-
add meaning to everything we do.
Right after, I'm gonna have to stop the stream because I'm gonna switch consoles. I'm gonna switch from PC to my Xbox One X. But I'll probably play some Doom because I'm fucking hyped about Doom Eternal right now. So I think I'll just subscribe to their Xbox Game Pass, the $1 thing during E3, and I'll try Doom on their services. So stay tuned for more, people. That's kind of cool, but Microsoft so far really nailed it. So we'll see how it goes.
That was
Until then,
Bethesda's BE3. I'm back here in the studio, and we've
no
got
Starfield, indeed.
about
No
hour
fucking
and a half
Starfield.
content for you guys with a lot of great games.
Alright, guys,
I'll
so
tell you more about everything happening here.
I'll leave you with these guys, and I'll be back soon. So stay tuned.
Bethesda with Stephen Kenny and Boogie. So Guys, we talked a little bit beforehand about what we expected. A couple surprise announcements, new games. Stephen, what was your overall impression of how Bethesda did today?
I think they handled the Fallout 76 situation pretty well, with Todd Howard acknowledging that they had messed up and then offering the kind of improvements people are looking for. It's a little weird for people to be cheering, hey, we just get human NPCs, but this is what people wanted from the game, and it's a healthy recipe. Give people what they want at this point. So I think they handled that situation positively.
Yep, so that was, I said that was kind of, something they had to address. And then a lot of other games, Todd didn't show Starfield or Elder Scrolls 6, but we got a couple new games. We got that Deathloop game from Arcane, which looks pretty badass, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, you got to understand, I'm coming from playing Where's Waldo for the NES, so that's it's only up from here for Bethesda for me.
Bethesda game, right?
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. I played it 2 days ago. I was shocked and appalled.
Oh, come on, really?
No, I know. I played it 2 days ago. Yeah, it was terrible, but I loved it. So I was really looking forward to what they had to announce today. And there's a huge emphasis on co-op, it seems.
Yep.
Like I felt Fallout with the I saw it right when I saw the fire. I was like, oh man, they're going BR.
Yeah.
They're going BR.
Yeah.
And everyone, Boogie here, Boogie Woogie's like, no, they're not. There's no way they are. Indeed, they did.
Yep.
And then even with Doom, they're doing the battle mode here. We can be Mancubus, my all-time favorite.
Yep.
Like, this is exciting. I love the flamethrower Predator cannon. This is all good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to everything that they have in Tokyo. What was it called again?
Ghostwire.
Ghostwire.
Yeah.
See, I don't know what they're going to do with it, but to me, when I see that, it looks like an episode of Arrow mixed with Infamous.
Yeah.
And if they go that route, I loved Infamous. I love Arrow. I love Stephen Amell. It looks like win-win for me.
No, and
the presentation was awesome.
Yeah, stage looked cool. And again, both those new games, just kind of CG concept trailers, but they're brand new IPs. And Bethesda, out of all the publishers, I feel like every year they always have like new stuff. And you look at Xbox, where I don't think Xbox announced any new IP throughout their press conference in terms of at least their first-party studios.
No.
And it's like Bethesda continually sort of seems to at least push on like new things that they're doing.
And that was what was really interesting about the show is obviously they talk about the obvious stuff like Fallout 7.
What's the game?
And I guess the thinking back at it on the industry level, because we do a lot of that reporting on Kotaku, it is very stressful for development teams to make playable demos for E3.
Right.
So this may be masking the positive of the teams not being pushed as hard just to meet the kind of arbitrary deadline of E3 to put together a demo of a game that isn't truly complete yet. So that would be, I guess, the positive way of thinking about it. But it is hard to suss out what some of these games actually are.
It is a plan that still works, though. I mean, obviously, Death Stranding, I still am really not sure what I'm doing in that game, but I know
all
I'm
by
going to buy
design.
it, right? So,
and I think the stuff that was ready, and you're sitting here with me, is like, you're saying to me, you're tapping me on the shoulder, I bet it's going to be ready tomorrow. And sure enough, they're releasing demos, they're releasing free-to-play models tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, I bet if you can play Doom today, as soon as
I want to get my hands on Doom.
and of course,
right
it's
now,
available to play. They showed a lot of gameplay stuff. I think anything that is ready and ready to go, and what they feel confident in the player playing and trying, it's all there for you. So I was really happy with what they produced today. I think it was a good presentation.
No, I mean, Doom was a big finish. And again, this was a year where, we kind of knew most of the stuff they were going to talk about compared to last year. It's like, yes, a couple new projects announced, but didn't see those games. They're not going to be up for Best of Show or anything, right? I mean, it's like they're just kind of, CG pieces. And even like, Wolf Youngblood, I mean, that's coming out in a couple months, right? So it's like they have a lot of, I mean, it's been a prolific year for Bethesda with Rage 2 just coming out. They have a lot of games kind of up and active right now, but still added some new ones.
And I did say I wanted a humbled Bethesda, and I do feel like they don't want to overpromise right now.
Right.
Like they're going to show you a CG trailer, and that's it, and we're not going to run the risk of showing you something.
No release dates on any of those, I don't think, right?
No.
So it's just like coming sometime in the future.
I'm sure they'll have to field a million questions, but
But it was also nice to see.
Territory.
It was nice to see a lot of enthusiastic developers on stage.
Yeah.
Ikumi Nakamura, the developer. Apparently an artist. She'd done art for Okami and Bayonetta, I believe.
Oh, cool.
And has worked with Mikami for a long time. This is my quick Twitter research during the show. And just her enthusiasm for the Ghostwire project.
She just
definitely helped.
Ken has got competition with her on stage for sure.
That earnest, sort of pride in your work coming through, and you saw that from a number of their developers there.
Like great female developer. You said like someone new, a new face out there, right? Which is great because we get some of the same people again and again.
Right.
But yeah, no, I thought you said overall like a pretty polished, tight press conference, and Steven mentioned before the fact that Bethesda can do in hour 15 at Bethesda is pretty amazing. When Xbox has 60 games from almost the entire industry, and that fills almost I mean, a little bit longer, but it's still like around the same amount of time. So it was a pretty good showcase, I thought, from them overall.
And I don't feel misled either. And the games that I know nothing about, Ghostwire and Deathloop. I'm curious about them, but in a good way. I don't feel like, oh, you didn't tell me enough. I just can't wait.
Well, you want some mystery.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I like that. I like that.
No, I like that, Xbox Smart, like Elden Ring. It's like you don't really know that much about it, but it's like you're curious, right? And that's part of the fun of this is like.
And if somebody's been gaming for 45 years, right? That's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in the new. I'm interested in the team.
You've been gaming for 45 years?
Yeah, I've been gaming since I was a baby, I
was
guess,
gonna say, I'm like,
Atari 2600 got put in front of me when I was 3 years old, and I wasn't good at it, but I was playing.
You got me beat there, bro.
Right. But I've been playing games my whole life, and I want something new and unique, and we saw that with, was it Time Loop?
Deathloop.
And Ghostwire, and then even some of the innovation they're doing with their existing franchises, like the battle mode for Doom Eternal. What do you, let me be the bad guy? That sounds amazing. Let me be the DM and create that sounds incredible. Yeah, very innovative.
Nice to see new games. I would point out, though, almost every game there is a shooter that we saw. I mean, I took some photos of the LA Convention Center, put them up on Twitter and on the site yesterday, and people were remarking every poster is somebody with a gun. There is still a thing with gaming where it's like, can we explore a few more ways to interact than just shooting everybody? I love a shooter as much as anybody else. But there is something of, okay, good concept with a gun, good concept with a gun, a little bit of that. Also, though, I would look at this conference as something of an indicator of which trends and which things are fads and which are not. We see continued support for the Switch from Bethesda. I think the Switch is here to stay, but no mention of VR. Kind of a another worrying sign about VR's future.
That's true, because Bethesda is one of the early big supporters of VR.
Yeah, I mean, the best VR product right now might be the Oculus Quest, and they're in sort of a death rival with Bethesda. So they wouldn't be supporting that platform. And then we see them getting on board the streaming thing, which is so controversial, because a lot of people don't think they want the Stadia-type streaming experience. And we see
I did that poll on Twitter where it's like 60 or 70% of the people in the poll basically said they had like zero interest in what, Stadia represented them. And I think part of it, I'm a little more progressive on is I think there's something obviously interesting there, but it's like until you try it, you said there's that trepidation of like you don't want to lose your control of your games and your console and your software.
When it all comes down to streaming, the biggest complaints I hear from my audience is number one, I want to own my games. I just came from a retro gaming convention yesterday where people are buying $50, $60 copies of old NES cartridges. Those people very much care about it.
Most people download all their games now anyways, right?
Right, exactly. But I'm already past that point where everything is a digital license for me anyway. So the ability to not have to wait to download it, the ability to jump right in as soon as I purchased it or gotten the code, that's a future I'm interested in, but I don't know that so many of my audience can. I think when it comes to Stadia or any of the competing services that Xbox, PlayStation, Bethesda, anybody else wants to do, it's going to come down to consumer pricing as well. If it's a Netflix model, they're going to love it. If it's a monthly fee, similar to Xbox Live or similar to PlayStation Gold, then also having to purchase the game but never owning it, I see a lot of people bucking in that area. So it really all comes down to consumer pricing, I think, 90% of it.
Agree. All right, so how would we grade Bethesda overall, Stephen, compared to everything else?
Pretty good. I mean,
A, B, C, D?
B plus, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm leaning more towards an A, B plus, A. The only thing that could have made it A plus, like home run, would have been, of course, more Elder Scrolls. You know what I mean? But you can't get everything. I didn't want everything. I think what we got was great, and like I said before, it makes you want more, and sometimes that's more important than getting everything.
Sure. Yeah, no, there's an art of sort of teasing you with things.
I'm a harsher critic.
Yeah.
I feel like they spent a lot of time on mobile, and I was hoping it would be more for your more core gamer.
Yeah.
There's parts of that presser I was just kind of like looking at my phone. So I feel like if Xbox earlier today was a B plus, this is probably a C plus.
Okay.
But that's kind of what I expected from Bethesda this year. I wanted them to play it safe. I wanted them to show us IPs we wanted, and I wanted them to. It seems like they continue to focus on mobile because they know that's the future. They know that's where the money is, and I'm glad we're still getting support of this core gamers as well.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting now that we're through day one of these press conferences. There's some stuff coming the next few days, but still, I mean, I don't know if there's going to be that big surprise game. I mean, maybe Nintendo will have something on Tuesday. There's Avengers tomorrow from Square that people haven't seen. Maybe Ubisoft has, I think you guys reported there's some rumors that Ubisoft has a couple new things to reveal, right?
Yeah, and they're like, I mean, Bethesda, I would say, is kind of effectively emulating what Ubisoft does, which is nurture their existing franchises better than they had before, but also introduce some new ideas. And so I think people can count on Ubisoft to deliver some surprise. And Nintendo's always good for some sort of, exciting things. I still feel like there's some good E3 to come over the next couple of days, despite the fact that we don't have Sony to
it's going to be interesting to see, best of show, what people ultimately talk about. And out of all the Bethesda stuff, Doom obviously will be playable, but all that new stuff, it's like you're not going to play that. You're not going to play Elden Ring. You're not going to play Halo from Xbox. Even Gears, I don't think the campaign's even here. It's just that new Escape.
The co-op Escape, yeah. I played it. It's good.
Is it good? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, we'll check that out soon, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Jeff.
As always, we're going to head on over now because you heard what we think, but what does the internet think? Well, Megan, you've been tracking all the feedback on all things Bethesda.
I've been tracking the web.
What are the peeps saying?
They got a lot to say. Joe says Bethesda is bringing the heat tonight, and he was definitely right. It was quite a spicy event. Legacy was so stoked about the NPCs in Fallout 76. Like, genuinely so happy and so excited, saying that it's going to be game-changing, and they can't wait for the fall to happen. So, hey, I like that positivity. Whoever's the guy screaming at the Bethesda show at E3 2019, I love you. Please attend every E3 event. That was probably Jeff. He snuck away for a little bit. Might have been him. Let's see. The elegance with which Todd Howard blew through Fallout 76 here is legitimately impressive. Focused on the good, took a hit a little, but kept going. That's Bethesda. They can recognize if they didn't do something right, and they'll make it right. They're